Hey, what's up, man? It's Cool Water, the Digital Dope Man here with another episode in the Barroom Chats podcast where we focus on topics in the area of entertainment, culture, politics, business, education, and health. Today I just wanted to quickly and briefly go into a topic that is relatively probably not discussed at this moment on most podcasts, which would be the coronavirus, the economic impact it has, and how businesses war. Before we do that, just want to give a quick moment of silence to Dr. Laila Africa, who passed away a few days ago. He was right up there with Dr. Sabi and, all the rest of them. I bought plenty of his work, so I definitely have a few more of his books that I need to obtain. So I'm kind of shell shocked, shook up, if you will, that he passed away, especially being the bill of health that he was and emphasizing how we all needed to be healthy and do what we needed to do in order for us to maintain proper life and existence and culture inside the African community. So peace to him, peace and blessings to his wife, and he amongst the ancestors now, so hopefully he's looking down upon us, sending us the necessary messages so we can continue on the message. But today, like I said, I wanted to just quickly go into some things. As many of you know, the coronavirus has hit. It's pandemic now. It is pretty much all over the world. I had one of my graphic artists from India hit me up, was wishing me peace and love. And, I came back with a response, how was things over there? He said they was on lockdown. We got some cities in the U.S. that's on lockdown. Well, states, if you will, California, Chicago, New York, some cities in New York, Maryland, and it's just kind of spreading from one state to the next. So the coronavirus is taking its toll on the American economy and the global economy as a whole. In which case, many people who have some stability with jobs and things of that nature are being set down, and the whole economy is being reshaped. So now I'm not in the East or on the other side of the globe, but I would like to assume that their economies are being hit. In which case, it started in China. Now, China has lost a lot of lives. Economically, I think they've had some serious setbacks and some impacts with the virus, and hopefully they said they had it covered. They said they got pretty much is zero cases of coronavirus. But the big concern is the economic impact. So now this health crisis has become an economic crisis, and now it is turned into war against small businesses, corporations, and the economic, I guess you could say the economic progress of the people. Because at this point, people have to readjust how they're going to make a living. So once the virus hit and slowly began to hit, it started to take its toll because most of the corporations and companies, educational institutions, public school systems began to move away from working in a brick and mortar environment. They got out the building and went into an enclave, if you will, where you had to work from home. In most cases, like the educational institutions, they transitioned online and began to do what you would call virtual learning. And the virtual learning is, the student gets online, he receives an assignment from the teacher, and he does the assignment and resubmits it back online, in which case the teacher goes through, does the necessary corrections, and any information that the student doesn't understand or know, they just email the teacher. So that's one aspect. It doesn't slow the learning down, but yet and still it's impacting the learning, because from what I'm understanding, most students are not getting online and some don't have the necessary technology. So that's a impact economically, if you will. The small business sector and the service sectors and small businesses have been hit hard because they have to lay off their staff, and their staff is being laid off due to this health virus. And some of these business owners don't have the necessary funds to carry the staff and pay them while they go through this crisis. So they are laying off people. Some people got to go try to file for unemployment if the company can afford to pay it. You see, big conglomerate corporations, they're losing. Like Delta has taken a hit. I think Disney took a hit. Disney closed. Movie theaters, they closed. The NBA closed. They shut down. Movie film productions closed. So the impact of this virus has begun to become a war against the people economically. So now, I heard, and you may have heard yourself by some business professionals that business is war. This is how they view certain business actions in the business world. Business is war. Okay, well, the coronavirus was set out and put out and has been attacking the people from a health standpoint, but now it's become economic. The stock market took a serious plunge, a serious hit, and it now is warring on the people's 401ks. You see what I'm saying? So at this point, the business of health has become very, very impactful and is doing more damage than it is good on the people and their money, because nobody has, quote unquote, came up with the cure or the vaccine for the virus that is called COVID-19 or the coronavirus. And a lot of individuals are in a crisis because they don't know where their next meal's coming from. They don't know where their next income is coming from. They didn't have no emergency funds set up. They don't have sick leave and medical leave and paid leave and things of that nature to cover the loss that they would inquire while they're out of work. So the business community is really taking a hit due to this coronavirus, and it's a global economic hit. Now, I don't know if China is suffering economically as much as they did health-wise, but here in the U.S., I mean, they're putting cities on lockdown. They're having people work from home. But now, like I said in other podcasts and blogs, corporations now are looking to see, do we need this type of staff? Do we need this number of people on our staff? Should we start cutting and sending people home? General Motors and Ford, they shut the plants down. They send folks home. So now, with that being said, will those people be reinstituted back into their job? Because we know the coming automation crisis is coming. AI, artificial intelligence, is on the rise, and with that being said, that cuts down the need for folks to be on payroll, especially for the black man and woman in America who is out here trying to keep a roof over their head. Like my cousin works at General Motors. Now, will they bring him back? He just moved from Michigan and traveled down to Tennessee so that he could follow the company. Okay, well, it may get to a point where they say, well, man, we're going to give you a severance package. We really don't need you right now. General Motors already laid off 40,000 plus in Ohio. You see what I'm saying? They did that, some time ago, and people were out picketing and whatnot in regards to that, wanting the job back that is no longer, because they cutting their workforce. And they're going to do it all over the country. It's easier and it's less efficient to have a human on the payroll when you can get a machine that don't never take a break. Never takes a break. Never needs any water. Never needs to go do anything of substance, if you will, during work hours. So this has turned into an economic war, and it's turning into an economic war because the stock market is steadily crashing, recovering, crashing. A lot of people don't understand their 401ks is attached to the stock market. So you may have 150,000 come back in the next day. You might have 120,000. You lost $30,000 of your portfolio. You know what I mean? The establishment of corporate giants, they're feeling the impact in some regards because nobody's spending money. Nobody's spending money. There's no dollars being exchanged. Gas prices have failed based on whatever's going on in the Middle East. Gas prices are probably at the lowest it's ever been in, about 3 years. So this is a epidemic, a global impacted crisis financially, in addition to the health crisis, but financially it's putting the global economy on notice that we ain't taking no prisoners. And in the same sentence, it's also putting people who have no clue about where their next move is. They got to rethink how they going to make a living now. So all the folks that was shunned, folks who had online businesses, now they got to rethink, do I need to start looking to make money online? Do I need to start looking to make additional income, multiple streams of income outside of my job? Because I can't take this chance that this gonna happen again. So for those of us who have already been on the trek, we're ahead of the curve. You see what I'm saying? So, as Kevin O'Leary say on the Shark Tank, business is war. It's something warring on the people of the planet Earth, which right now is the coronavirus. Once this passes, we have to look to see what else is coming. Is there going to be some other pandemic? And prepare yourself so that you can protect yourself and your money. The health issue, you can beat it if you are already into taking care of your health. But economically, it's hard to beat that when you don't really keep an eye on what's going on financially. So banks are minimizing your ability to come into the lobby. So now they pushing you to online automation. They pushing you to online digital banking because that's part of the plan. That's what they initially had wanted you to do anyway. So that pushes them to be able to do what's necessary and then minimize the amount of workers that they have because you interact with a automated teller machine. And if you got a real issue, then you call, and then they may have an X amount of number of people in customer service that actually handle the job of doing the physical banking that would be done inside the bank itself. So we just got to watch and see what's going on. You know, my advice to you is to start looking to make alternative means of alternative ways of making money. Online, internet is still valuable. The e-commerce right now in the area of drop shipping is probably taking a hit because of the fact that, you know, nobody's really moving the trucks. Nobody's really moving stuff unless you're in the service industries like grocery stores. You know, your stuff may have slowed down, but you still got to be digging in the minutia to understand how you move in an economy like this. Hey, man, I'm Cool Water, the digital dope man. Check me out at the blog, ishiphopdead.com. Look for me at the home base site, thedigitaldopeman.com. Peace and stay blessed. Holla.